Okay, good evening. So, let's zoom out a little bit. Oh, feet. Hello, feet. Slippers and feckin' socks. Jesus, the world has gone nuts. Sorry, interruption. This is a little rig rundown of my latest and greatest acoustic looping platform. Now, what do we have here? The brains of the operation is the rc600, which many of you will already have, and a custom-made row of buttons, which via the Morningstar over here, these custom row buttons is stopping each individual track. So it means that you can have all 6 tracks available. So you got your record and you got your stop and your clear for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The upside of that is it's speedier. You can move between excuse me, you can move between things very quickly. The downside is it swallows an absolute ton of the assigns, so 12 of the assigns are being taken up by this pedal alone, but I think it's a trade-off worth having. So we have the loop pedal, and what else do I use? I use this thing here. I mean, these buttons, obviously other people have talked about them in their videos. I can't recommend them enough. They really have sped up the operation massively. They're lovely to feel, lovely to touch, hard wearing, had no problems with them. Occasionally I'll double press one of these, but it's a user error. It's got nothing to do with the actual pedal itself. It's my fault when I do that, but the pedals are absolutely superb. So we have the Boss RC600. For guitar tones, I'm using the HX Stomp. It's a simple acoustic looping thing, so I don't use a great deal. I've got some delay, I've got some choruses, and I've got a bit of overdrive programmed in there. I've got a boost button on here, and I've got the tuner on there. You hold that down and it brings up the tuner. It's not the greatest tuner on this thing, but it does the job, and it's out the way over there on the back button, so I don't press it. I've got the Beat Buddy, which I use for drum fills. I've got the Boss OC5, which I use for the bass guitar. That makes the nice round bass sounds. Underneath the lid, these lids all lift up. This has been custom. So this, in its entirety, is an old, you can see down there, an old Pedal Train Pro FX board, which is completely flat, which I used for a while. But I wanted things raised up, so my father kindly made me this shelving unit, which we've drilled and attached to the actual unit. So it means that these pedals are all in kicking distance, which is fantastic. And it also means that this thing, which had its buttons kicked off at a gig, now has a bit of protection over it. And if anybody puts their pint glasses on here, I swear to God, I'll have them. Anyway, so that's the top row. As I say, we've got the guitar, we've got the drum fills, we've got the bass guitar. So that's kind of the band operation. And underneath here we have the Voice Live 3, which does my harmonies and quite a few vocal effects and vocal processing. I run my guitar, the guitar signal chain runs through the Boss OC5 first, then it's split. The bass goes directly to the RC600. The guitar then goes through the HX Stomp, which then goes through again through the Voice Live 3, so I can read the harmonies, and then to this unit. And I also use the delay on this. So I've got a few things programmed up on this button that controls that. And the handy thing is when you press these buttons, they light up so you can actually see what's done. So you see I have the guitar delay from there, I have the vocal delay from there, and I have some vocal effects also coming from there. And then I've got another couple of buttons here which control some operations on there. So that's basically the gist of the operation. And I've got my harmony button here. And this is for the Beat Buddy, you know, that'll add a cymbal effect and that'll stop the drums, pause the drums halfway through the track so you can cut them out but stay in time. And that is basically everything I use for a one-man band acoustic live looping show, as well as myself. So it's all live except the drum fills and the bass drum, which is the actual inbuilt drum from here. So all of the music and the vocals and everything comes from me live. So I hope that's been of some interest to somebody. This is my first video. It's my first day! So I will upload this and then I will be doing some more looping and some more videos for you. So, ciao ciao. Good evening, loopers.